through it.
Listen, we all understand, we're all, we get it.
You told them we're good?
Yes.
Okay. We have a quorum, so I'm going to call the meeting to order. Good evening. My name is Michael Muller. I'm the chair of the HARB. This is the May 8th meeting of the Historic Architectural Review Board for the City of Scranton. And I'll take a roll call.
Katie Carney, historian.
Conrad Bosley, real estate broker.
John Finnerty, solicitor.
Jacob Weinberg, Assistant City Planner.
Thank you. First order of business, we are reviewing minutes from our last meeting of April 10th. They've been distributed. Assuming you've had time to review them, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve them as circulated.
Thank you, Conrad. Is there a second?
I will second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are approved. We have 4 applications tonight for certificates of appropriateness. The first is one at the address of 108 North Washington Avenue. This is the community bank. Are you speaking on their behalf?
This is the one where the woman is going to call in, so I'm going to call her now.
Got it. We have a virtual guest. So it looks like this application is basically just replacing existing signs with their new
Hi,
branding
Chrissy.
package.
Hi, this is Jacob Weinberg with the City of Scranton. Are you ready to talk to her? Perfect. So I'm going to put you on speaker. Do you guys want it over here? Me and Chris were talking that the microphone might project enough so you guys could hear from
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
speakerphone.
Sure.
So we'll try that and then I'll move her. Okay, you are on speaker.
Excellent. Can everyone hear me like this?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for setting this up, Jacob. I appreciate not having to travel when possible. So I am proposing updated signage for Community Bank at 108 North Washington Ave. Also 501 to 503 Lackawanna Ave. I think that's how it's listed in the GIS. So all we are doing is updating their brand. So there are 8 signs that are existing, and we are going to go in and put new faces on all of them with their new branding. It's a new orange color, and they updated their font a little bit and removed the NA from their name. So there are 8 signs throughout the building, which you can see on Center Street, North Washington Ave, and Lackawanna Ave. I believe I laid everything out pretty clearly so you can tell where they are. All of the faces we will be replacing with exactly the same material existing right now, which are acrylic faces with vinyl on top. So I don't think I have too many other details since they're all the same, with the exception of the vinyl on the doors for the store hours. I believe that covers everything, but please feel free to ask any questions or clarifications.
Thank you for the application. I think everything's pretty clear for sure. I don't have any questions. It's pretty straightforward. I think we're just swapping out the acrylics, right? No new signs?
Unfortunately, I could not make out what you were saying. I did hear you speaking, so I apologize.
I'll try it this way. Just clarifying, no new signs. We're just replacing acrylic in existing signage. Got it. Okay, I think that's pretty straightforward. You guys have any questions or discussion?
I do not have any questions, and I can make a motion to approve the sign change.
I will second the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yes? Did you vote?
Aye.
Yeah. Motion carries. Thank you very much.
You've been approved. We're all good. Yeah, no problem. Have a nice day.
That was a first.
Yeah, I thought
It worked.
I mean, she was fine.
Worked better than I thought it
Easy,
would.
so.
Okay, thank you. Next up is an application. The address is 227 Lackawanna Avenue. This is also for signage. You're here to present on their behalf. You're very familiar, because I know you from improv, and I actually attended not too long ago, and I had such a lovely time.
Oh
So
my
I'm happy to
gosh.
see you have a home now.
Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. Hi. That's really
We don't
funny.
do improv up here, although it's kind of improv.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I need to.
If you just state your name for the record, and if you just want to briefly introduce the project.
Sure. My name is Sharon Phillips. I will be the tenant at 227. I'm opening an improv performance space and training center, and we're just changing the sign that is there now to our name. It's actually pretty similar.
Okay. I have a couple questions about the sign itself.
Okay.
Do you know, the material-wise, what it's made out of, how thick it is? Does it light up?
I don't know the exact, I thought that was on in that information there. I'm working with the sign company. I didn't know I had homework.
It's small font, but I think I see it. One single-face, non-illuminated, half-inch cutout acrylic wall display, painted, stud-mounted to building exterior. Okay. I think it's pretty straightforward. Your microphone's off.
The only question I have, and I guess, when they take electric mind shaft off, have any of the letters been removed? Like, can you still see it when has it faded around the letters?
It has not been removed yet, so I don't know the answer to that, but when I spoke with the sign company, they said that they would fill that in and we would match the color.
Okay, that was my only concern.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the sign and congratulate you on your space in town.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I'll second the motion.
Great. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's
Awesome.
approved.
Hey,
Easy
thank you.
enough. Thank you so much.
All right, June 6th is the opening night.
Okay,
So.
yes. We have lots of viewers on YouTube, so yes. That's a good plug. We have a lot of viewers we're on YouTube right now, yes. That's good. Free advertisement. Have a good night, thank you. Okay, next is 2 murals. Maybe we should do them one at a time. The first one is 130 North Washington Avenue. This is the side of, I'm going back in time, the former Bricks building.
Oh, my gosh.
Remember that? Yeah, I remember Bricks. I remember, what was before that? It was a brewery.
Yeah.
Hackett's,
Hackett's, yeah.
W.T.
There used to
Hackett's
be
or something.
there used to
Tell
be
you a
that
story
brewery
about
that
that.
was way ahead
That's
of its
right,
time.
way ahead of its time.
Maureen,
Welcome.
Maureen McGuigan, Scranton,
Rose Randazzo, Scranton Tomorrow.
the Lackawanna County Arts and Culture Department. So this mural we're talking about is a huge project that we've been working on for 2 years, which I'm really excited about. So if you'll indulge me a little bit, I think it'd be helpful if we give the context. So there was a University of Scranton project a couple years ago called Scranton Stories, Our Nation's Story, and we had the pleasure of working with the Lenape Center because one of the facets of that project was on the Lenape culture here, which sadly a lot of people don't know about, including myself. I learned a lot through that process. And one of the ideas we thought, well, this is great, but one of the goals of Lenape tribes who have gotten pushed out west is to reconnect with their land. And we thought, well, how can we do that, at least in a small way? So, with the great work the Scranton Tomorrow Mural Arts has done, we thought, what if we could do a mural and give the Delaware Tribe of Indians, who was our partner, one of the 3 nationally, federally recognized tribes, really work with them and let them lead the project, given the kind of brutal history we've had here in the U.S. It was important for us that we facilitated it and, gave our advice, but they led it. So Ben Miller, whose design is completely finished there, the tribal design with the turtle and the flowers, that's actually a creation story of how North America came to be. So, and water is extremely important. So he is an artist and has worked on murals, but we decided it was such a big wall that he was going to need some assistance from somebody that had that experience. But again, we didn't want to dictate who that would be. We just wanted somebody that had a lot of experience. And it so happens he's really good friends with this internationally known mural artist, Baylin, who Rose is going to talk a little bit more about him. But it just kind of worked out. So we really see this as a global friendship project that will beautify that wall that right now needs a little help. So again, there's 3, and another thing just to point out, this was interesting. The tribe really doesn't want to be seen in the normal primitive way that often Native Americans are depicted. So this is a very different type of mural. It's very joyful. We're recognizing the past atrocities, but they really want to build that friendship and show that they're still thriving. So there's ceremonial dancers, which Rose will talk about with Baylin. There's the creation story, and water is sort of a central theme to the past and present. So that's sort of an overview on Ben's side of the design, and then I'm going to let Rose talk about.
Hello, everyone. So we're really, really excited about this partnership because Baylin would never come to the United States to do a project on his own in Scranton if it wasn't for this partnership with the Lenape Indians. So we're getting like a world-class mural artist who is known as the current-day Picasso, and he's painted in pretty much every country around the world. So what he does is he creates at the wall. So we try to give you examples of his art so that you can see how intense it is. It's fine art. It's at a very high scale of art. So even though it is a mural, it is going to be like a museum quality piece. And that's so rare. What we're going to do is allow him, given the theme, to come here and basically create at the wall like we did the bee mural. I don't know if you're familiar with that. And we are confident that the design will be close to the very sophomoric sketch that he gives, because there's no way that he could even give us that's the sophomoric sketch. Yes. So we sort of just put a line through it and to say that this is the space he's going to paint, but the actual characters will be so much more detailed that we didn't want it to get out into the public just looking like a sketch. So what we did is we attached some of his art for you to look at. And that's what these very large figures will look like in detail.
I know we spoke in advance of the meeting, and I appreciate you guys coming in and trying to help us understand the nuance with this particular mural, because I understand the challenges with this artist not needing the creative freedom to execute in the field. So the conversation we had was, do the best you can and try to communicate the content and the direction with some work samples to help communicate the style and, the intention. So I think his work is stunning, and what a treat to be able to feature his work here in Scranton. And I think it's a wonderful story to be telling. So I think it's great.
Thank you.
I just would defer to the architect and the artist, if this is what, I don't like to interfere with architectural or artistic integrity, so, I think it would be a gift to the city of Scranton.
Great, that's great.
I'm glad that you gave us this kind of rough sketch, because when Mike and I had talked about it before, I was a little concerned with not having anything. So thank you for that, because, we want to, what is coming from the Lenape artist is so beautiful that I'm glad that I can see kind of the vision of what the whole thing is going to be. So thank you, and I won't show anyone this, though it's on YouTube now, I guess. So so thank you for that, and I feel comfortable to approve it as is because of that. So thank you.
Great, thank you so
Is
much.
that a motion?
That's a motion,
Okay.
yes.
I'll
Sorry.
second the motion.
Excellent. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When does he start?
He is arriving on July 5th, and he will be finished by the end of the month. It's going to be a 3-week project.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm not sure if the elephant mural is on the agenda
Yeah,
tonight.
that's the
Is
next
it? Okay.
application, so you don't need to sit and come back up unless. Okay, the last application is for the address 300 Lackawanna Avenue. This is another mural. We call this the Elephant Mural. And this is located underneath the bridge, which is now Crunch Fitness,
Yes.
at the marketplace. So,
So this is Eric Bossart. He's a local artist. He did the big band mural last year. The theme is, of course, the elephants at Naog. We are going to chronicle the history and more of a storyboard a mural with the small children from the 1920s who raised all the money to buy the first elephant, Queen, in pennies. And then after Queen, there were 3 elephants that followed. And it's sort of, there's a couple themes here. The one theme is that the second elephant to come formed an unusual friendship with a donkey at the zoo. And so we have the unity theme of, elephant and donkey, a little bit of a political undertone, but happy to show that there was a friendship and unity there. And then we also have the theme of, now we've learned from the past that the captivity of the elephants is not something that we would want to do now, currently, or in the future. So we show the elephants in the center of the piece as free and in a magical forest. That's heaven, and that they are happy and together. So it's like a positive message.
And the story with the children is they raise money to,
Right.
right? Is that the story? Yeah.
Yes, they raised all the money in pennies. All the Scranton School District went out to every school in the 1920s, and they put this fundraiser on. And incredible story for back then. But the nice part about it is it's showing, we wanted to show the kids of today that anything is possible, and if you work hard enough, you can make it happen.
So this is a unique location in that you're under the bridge, and I walk there frequently, and I know it's a brick wall, at least for some of it, and it's currently painted dark, and it's painted white, actually.
Yes.
And all of the soot from the road collects on the brick's edge. How does the maintenance work with a mural? Is that on
Well, it's
script?
actually better to have a mural on these type of walls, because once the mural is done, we put a protective coat on, an anti-graffiti coat, that also keeps the dirt off of it, so we could actually just clean it very easily. It's like, it's very thick, and it's like smooth, so if there is any graffiti or any dirt, it just gets hosed off. And it allows the mural to exist in excess of 50 years.
Is
without
there,
decay.
I guess my question is, who's responsible for cleaning that wall? Is
So far, Scranton Chamorro has maintained all of the murals. There hasn't been really anything to do
Yeah.
with them. So in the future, hopefully we'll be funded enough to be able to, power wash them every so often. A lot of the owners of the walls are helping, and they insist on doing it themselves, and that's wonderful. But in the event that it did become blight, it would be the responsibility of Scranton Chamorro.
There also used to be lighting underneath the bridge. I don't know if they were like neon lights. And I haven't seen it at nighttime, but will this be illuminated, or will you enjoy it at
So
night?
it's actually it's bright at
Is it?
night, but one of the other art installations that we're looking at for that particular bridge is a LED installation where it would change colors and it would be more of a light show. So we're hoping that we can get that in down the line, but it's going to really make that area brighter, because right now it's very dull and it's just a white wall and there's nothing to it. There's no architectural features.
My last question. On the right end, the movie theater kind of ends, and then there's an open lot, so it probably goes to the end of the building, I would assume.
Yes.
In the other direction, what does it terminate at?
It will wrap. On the other direction, it will wrap around the building, which is good because you're coming down like Awana. And what the other thing that I forgot to tell you is that part of this art involves greenery that's actually elephants. So if you look closely at the bushes and the trees, you'll find other elephants in there outlined. So
So
one
it
of them is
wraps
going
on
to be
the-
right on the wrap.
It wraps the corner.
Yes.
What about the other end?
There's no corner, so the other end just stops, where the building stops, and the movie theater starts.
Starts again. Got it.
It starts at the movie theater.
It
And then
ends at the
wraps
movie
around.
theater. On would be the left-hand side of the mural, it stops at the movie theater, and then the movie theater building continues, but on the right-hand side, it wraps.
So it starts at the windows.
Yeah, there's like a stair there.
Okay,
Yeah. So it'll start at the windows here, go under, and then wrap.
Katie, microphone.
is it heading up Lackawanna Avenue toward,
So it'll start at the windows at the end of the movie theater, go down to heading towards the, is it a Citizens Bank? still?
81,
And then wrap.
yes.
Okay.
Tony's restaurant?
Yeah.
So the traffic, the traffic that would be coming off of 81 going down would see the wrap.
Those are all my questions.
Okay.
Thanks.
There's a person that, probably the only person in this room that remembers the elephant and the donkey, you know. I would make a motion to approve this.
Thank you, Conrad. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. When does this one start?
This one will start right after Lenape, so we're thinking mid-August, and we'll dedicate it by October 1st.
All right, great. Looking forward to it. Thank you. Okay, next on the agenda, we have an invoice for our solicitor. The amount is $1,805, and this is for time back through January
January through the end.
of March,
January, March, and February, right?
yes,
Yeah.
March 31st.
3 months.
I'll make a motion to approve payment of this as presented to the board.
Thank you, Conrad. Is there a second?
I will second.
Excellent. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. There's no other agenda items other than our next scheduled meeting is June 12th here in council chambers. Nothing else. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Seconded.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion, meeting adjourned.